Good morning, folks. It's Saturday. We're out here at Tia Maria and the sun is out. Another awesome day here. Beautiful, warm, but it's a nice day. Good day for progress on the build. Let's check out where we're at. Let's head on over and see the progress they've made for today. Well, folks, we're out here on site again. And you can see that the walls are continuing to go up, which is super good news for me. Always happy, man, when I see the work going. I had a heavy rain last night, like I mentioned earlier, but man, it rained hard. Could not believe the rain. Even with the soil out here in the Philippines, at least on our site, the water seems to get soaked in really well, and it doesn't, not like in Arizona where, man, it would rain out in the desert and that stuff would puddle up and stay there for days on end. It looks like they've gone up 11 rows or 11 courses on this block wall here. Once they reach that mark on with the concrete hollow block, they're going to go ahead and throw another tie beam across to reinforce that wall structure and keep everything intact. The only place that won't have that structure obviously will be your doors or windows, but they'll tie it from support beam to support beam. That's another thing they have to do in order to keep the strength in those walls. So you can see where they're going up right now. We're standing in the garage looking out, and they continue. All the forms are done, foundation's done, I should say, and they're continuing to go up. Hopefully by the end of next week or the beginning of the following week, all this will be filled in. They'll have the foundation walls all the way up, or the stem walls completely up to the first floor level, and then they'll, like I said, they'll move the dirt from over there, and they'll move the dirt that's left over here and here, and they'll go ahead and toss that in all the open trenches. And then they'll start with the first floor pour. They'll get that the basement floor, not a basement, but the first floor. There will be no basement on this build. They're going to have that done, and then from then on, the house will look more and more like a house. Right now, I'm standing in my living room. You can see where the living room ends. This far wall over here. This will be either a office kind of slash bedroom. There's my entryway right there, and then on the far side is the garage, and my stairs will be on the other side of this wall. And here's our kitchen area. Gonna have a pretty good sized kitchen that's gonna float into the kind of an open area for an eating area here, a dining area, and that's going to be nice too. And what we're thinking about here is where the TV is going to be on this side of the wall, right here when it goes up. So we're going to have sliders right there, and then we're going to have sliders here, and I was going to have that aquatics pool or that fish pump, but I don't think I'm going to go that route now. I think I'm either going to put sliders there and have a TV from the ceiling come down, or I'm going to have two side windows put in and then use the center space for my TV. Still making a call on that. I got to give my builder a heads up on that within the next week or two. So by the end of next week, I definitely got to know, because they're going up that wall fast. They got 12 guys working on the build right now, so they're making quite a bit of progress. You can hear that mixer in the background going. They just came off a break now. The crew, like I said, all 12 of them just came out. Now they're starting back to work. So we're starting to see the progress that we'd hoped for. And they're going to have this back over there will be the very far end will be the lanai area. Back over there, and the kitchen will have sliders on the right and sliders on the left. They'll go through there into the lanai area. And you can see that the house, like I said before, is really taking shape. Super nice to know. If you look at this wall right here, one that's straight in front of us, I was questioning with the builder saying, hey, what's up? That wall looks like it's not straight at all. But went ahead and laid a string on it. It's perfectly straight. It's an optical illusion. If you go to the other side, if you look at it from the other view, the wall is perfect. And then if you look at the wall from over here on the far side, where they're actually working at running those concrete hollow blocks up on the very far side, you can see that wall looks straight from here, but when you get on the other side of that wall and look at it, it looks like it merges together. It's weird. It's until they lay string on it, you can't tell. I mean, it's just an optical illusion. It looks straight, but you think it's the wall's crooked or there was a mistake done here, and I question it. Nope, perfectly straight. It's all my own eyes. You can see these guys, how much they're ordering. Dave's having to order more concrete block because they're going through it so fast. And with this size of crew, it doesn't take long for them to go through it. Reinforcing those columns, bending them in place that if they need to be bent because they're so tall. And you can see right here, where these guys are doing their concrete work with the blocks. Can't wait. Can't wait till they get this completed. This is my favorite part. Back here with all these trees, nice shade that you get out of this hot Filipino sun. I was talking to the caretaker here, who's been here forever. Guy's been on the site since they first started, and I was talking to him about getting these trees trimmed up. Have to, because they'll actually come in contact with the vild. So I'm gonna have that done, but not right away. I'm gonna wait to have that trimming done. This house is a little unique. Well, it's not unique to the Philippines, because any place that has a little bit of a grade on it. There's going to be a step down from the kitchen area to the living room, which will add some character, I think, to the build. It'll make it, not only will you have a step down from the house to the outside, but from the far right side where I'm at now, which would be over here, and the house on this side, there'll be like a couple steps from the main room from the kitchen to like the main room, and some of that front area over there, just because of the gradual slope on the lot. Our neighbor across the street has got that in his house as well. And like I said, it adds some character to it. I thought it was a nice touch. Good morning, folks. It's Steve and Ned. We're back on site out here at Tia Maria. We're looking to check on the progress for the build today to see what's going on, and let's go take a look. Well, folks, you can see that the crew's currently working on putting the forms in for the tie beam on the walls. They're actually putting an intermediate tie beam across to help strengthen the walls, since they're going to be so tall on the second story build. Our builder decided to go ahead and put that tie beam in place. Only place you won't see it will be the doors and the windows, but you can see how much progress they've made. Let's get on to the other side. See our foreman over there working away, and you can see the progress that they've made today on the build. I'm actually standing in the kitchen spot right here. I'll cross over to our dining area. And this will be our entertainment area where the whole family will relax, enjoy TV, entertainment, card games, and in general just enjoying each other's company. So, well, the progress hasn't been as much as I had hoped for, and that's due to some of the crew being pushed over to the build across the street, our neighbor Ainsley's, and they've had to increase the amount of people, the masonry count over there. But some of these guys that do this from this side that were working on the walls were pushed over there to help get some of the progress moving over there, because it's such a big build. It takes a while. It's not like some of the smaller builds that you see that go up. I see them in our subdivision, and 3 months from the start to finish, they're done. This build's going to take a lot longer because you got a lot more square footage to fill and take care of. I wish there was more to report. Kind of get disappointed when I don't see that progress on there. I mean, I see the progress, I see the walls going up, I see the tie beams in place, I see the crew working, but it's not, it's just when you're anxious and you want to get into your home, you want the build to continue and go faster. We've been really fortunate though. The weather's been holding. They've had rain, but most of the rain comes in the late evening, and that has been really good as far as our build goes. It's allowed us to go ahead and continue to progress. What's that, Biff? My wife has something she wants to say.
What is this? What is that called right there? Yeah, what is that?
Rebarb column?
Notice this orange.
Oh, that's a drain pipe, PVC for. Obviously, it'll connect into one of the outlets for the water. It could be plumbing. I mean, it could be for the septic. Could be off one of the sinks. Depends on, I have to look at the floor plans to find out what that is. But they're actually putting those in. You can see you can see how they chip out the hollow block to make room for that. Where after it gets plastered over, you won't see it. And they're in the process of doing that over here. I'll get you a closer look. And they're working with with a nail and a PVC hammer going there, homemade hammer. A lot of these guys, that's all they have to work with, and they make do with what they have, and it ends up getting blocks, and they plaster that all in, and they cement it all in, and then they put plaster over the top. And you got your other gentleman over here, one of the other crews, working on creating forms for the tie beams. So everybody's got their task, and they're working hard on it. You can see this section here. There's not going to be any wall here. You just see your foundation, but there's going to be no wall coming up from it because that's all going to be part of one room. It's going to go from your kitchen to your dining area to our entertainment area. And then the far side over there that the two gentlemen working on, that's they're standing in the actual our two-car garage that's going to be in place. So, and then you have this one area here, which will be our office, or my office anyway, and it will double as a guest room. It depends on how we have it set up. We're finishing our day up here at Tia Maria. The progress hasn't been what we'd hoped for, and it's nothing to do with the builder. It's just that stage in the build where things, go slow. And they pushed, like I said before, they pushed part of the crew off over to our neighbor's build in order to get his build jump started and completed, because he's so near to the end that's where half the crew is over there trying to get that plastering pushed through, so they can go to the next phase and get to that next level so he can get moved in, and we fully understand. It's just kind of sometimes you just get a little disappointed because you want to move in and see what's going on. But it's kind of right now it's not a real exciting part of the build. I mean, we're laying the concrete hollow block down and then putting the tie beams in and then watching the forms done. Not a real exciting part of the process, but it's part of the process you got to get out of the ground, and we're waiting for that to happen. We still got to. What our builder's going to do is bring that escalator over, and then when they get it in here, it's going to go ahead and use it to fill all the dirt in on our lot, and he's going to have to transfer dirt from the back of Ainsley's build onto our property, and that's all got to be coordinated. So that's some of the reasons why things don't look as a progression, but they are. You just don't. When you look at it, unless you come on site every day and see it, it's hard to see the difference. So we're going to sign off for now, and we'll talk to you later. Everybody stay safe, and like I said, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button down at the bottom.